I'd like to answer a question that I get a lot when I mention that climate change is real. How can it possibly be real if we're still having winters? And look at what happened in Texas. There was a winter storm. How could that be the result of the globe heating? Oh, my dog wants something. All right, there you go, honey. See, that's how people act when you bring up climate change. They just want to get out of here. And the reason they want to get out is because it's terrifying. Nobody wants to think, wow, we are moving towards Armageddon and we have to do a whole bunch of stuff to stop it. Because that makes people feel overwhelmed. And it also makes people frightened for the future. It's a lot easier to just deny it. Or to say, oh, well, I guess that's happening, it's too bad, there's nothing I can do about it. So both of those responses are not what we need in this moment, because there are things we can do. One of the interesting things that I've been learning about lately is the AMOC, and that is basically an ocean conveyor belt that goes around the entire world, and it brings weather to different areas. It brings warmth to London, and it brings rain to Africa. And the way that this conveyor belt works is cold and salty water sinks to the bottom of the ocean, which means that warm water is pushed in a way that moves the water along. But the nitty-gritty of it doesn't matter as much as understanding that this conveyor belt that brings us our weather is dependent on shifts in the warmth and the coolness of our ocean and the saltiness of our ocean. Now, when icebergs form, you might think it's just frozen salt water. That would make sense. But what actually happens is the iceberg lets go of the salt that's in the water, and just the water turns into ice. So when an iceberg melts, it makes the water less salty. The more they melt, the more they can actually slow these currents down. And such a small thing might not seem like a big deal, but it can shift temperatures around the entire globe.